He that made this knows all the cost, for he gave all his heart and lost. W.B. Yeats, Old Earthen. Talen. Shinge's constant presence hummed at the back of my thoughts, beating in time with her two massive hearts. As those I loved fell apart around me, I wondered what it would have been like to fall into her embrace and bond as her pilot. Eternal life would be so much simpler. The part of me designed to join with Faerie's enormous war cruisers still yearned for that connection, and always would. Shinge pushed against my mind. She also yearned to keep me and everyone here, in the observation room, safe. She considered us her family. Kellee, Sota, and perhaps even Sirius, although Shinge remained unconvinced by the Guardian. But one of us, our heart, was missing.
"How could you allow him to take my Lorna?"
Sirius accused Kellee, using Kesh's original name to remind us how the Guardian had known her longer than any of us. He leaned over the table, propping himself up on his fists to loom over Kellee, seated opposite. Had there not been a table between them, I might have been forced to intervene. Kellee stared back, as silent now as he had been since his arrival. He'd sprawled his predatory grace into a chair, and there he remained, face unreadable but for the occasional twitch in his cheek whenever Sirius commented on our failures. A quiet Vokoru was a creature best left alone. The Guardian was walking a thin line.
"I had her in my care for days, protected against all of Faerie,"
Sirius continued, straightening to his full Fae height.
"Kushi assassins, vicious wild ones, and even King Oberon himself. And you lost her within a few hours? You failed her!"
The Guardian flung his tech hand at Kellee in dismissal, but he wasn't done. The smell of wood smoke and warming spices permeated the air. Sirius was losing control of his magic. In Faerie, royal guardians, the oldest and most powerful of Faerie's creations, were known and respected for their composure. Sirius was losing his, but blind rage wasn't pushing him toward lashing out. He cared for Kesh more than Kellee could fathom.
"You are a disgrace to the Vokoru creed,"
he said, landing his final blow. Anger lit up my veins, quick as lightning.
"That's enough!"
Accusations were one thing, but I would not have Kellee's honor called into question, not even by a guardian older than me.